Could this really, really happen? Let this be a lesson. Let this be a lesson. 'Cause only time will tell. It's only conversation here in my mind. Great expectation, love and kind. I'm losing my patience, learning my lines, but I've still got to meet her. I've still got to meet her. Do you come here often? Have we met before? Oh, no. Tell me your impression. Could you like me more? Could you even love me? Is it too early to tell? Who am I fooling when I know too well that it's only conversation here in my mind? Great expectation, a love and kind.
Now clap your hands and stamp your feet. This happens to be a treat wild treat.
It's not that I don't love you. You know how much I do. And it's not that I found somebody to take the place of you. But it's just the feel within me. When you touch my hand, and the fear that shakes my body.
With Kyrie FM.
As man, you don't know the voice of Superlang represent for Hot Topics live on Kyrie FM from 2 to 3, Monday to Wednesday. So make sure you stay locked in, you know.
As man.
The spiciest talk show on radio, Hot Topics, is here to fire up your airwaves. Join us on Kyrie FM, Kyrie TV, and on Facebook Live, Monday to Wednesday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. with the bold and opinionated Vanessa as we turn up the heat. We'll ask the hard-hitting questions plaguing us every day. We'll talk about issues affecting our daily lives. You want to vent? Call. Get it off your chest. And guess what? A guest host will pop in randomly every week. You too could be a guest host. Yes, follow Kyrie FM's Facebook and get an opportunity to bring the heat to co-host Hot Topics. Don't wait. Tune in and tell it like it is, only on the genuine sound, Kyrie FM.
Whoa! It's about Guadaji Messi, that's me, and you're locked into Hot Topics on Kyrie FM. With me.
Sycamore.
morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing? Good morning. I'd like to say, people just ask me, why you say good morning and it's afternoon? Well, because none of the A.H has happened, so, you know, it's okay. Shama Sakafet, what's going on? What's cracking like in? Happy Tuesday to you.
I'm good. How are you? Good morning.
Oh, I see.
Good morning. Because apparently now you wake up.
That is the best time of the day.
Well, technically.
When you wake up.
Rain falling, so it kind of still feels like it's in the morning. It still kind of feels like it's morning time, technically.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, well, yeah, that is so true. That is so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what, a thing we like to do when rain falling? Caribbean people. What is the favorite thing for Caribbean people to do when rain falling?
To stay and show for
And what else?
And make
Tell me what we're making. Because I think I did the same this morning. It depends on whether or not you're in the gutter. So tell me.
But I can
Bix gas and kakoti. Oh, you in the gutter for real? You're on your 22s.
I was in two places. At first I was going to say Bix and Kakoti with, you know, some nice
well, I did
I was
liver.
putting with mine bay leaf.
Yeah, I put bay leaf in mine. Yeah. I made the bakes like with a little extra love.
It had a little nice and fluffy.
It had a little powdered milk in there. A little bit of cream of wheat. You know, some I didn't want to use margarine today, so I just added some oil, some olive oil, and a little salt.
You know what I haven't seen in a while, or like heard people still make?
What's that?
Paps.
Oh yeah, boy.
Look, I since
I made the other night.
Little boy.
The other night I had a food craving. I checking. I know I'm not hungry, you know, but I want to eat something. I want to eat something, and I watch in a series. I want something to bump my gums with. I opened the cupboard. I was like, flour pop. And imagine I'm going to make farine, but I didn't have enough farine.
Yeah.
So I just do the flour and the stuff, and I mix the farine and the thing, and I sprinkle that with powdered milk. And let me tell you something:
nice.
If you see your belly not strong, malvert.
Children today don't know about Paps.
Oh, they don't know that.
About Paps and foreign force.
And there was a thing, pap shoe. Pap shoe. That is pap with Tanya.
I heard about that one.
The first time I had that, let me tell you something once. Yeah. Whew. The first time I had that, it was I lived in St. Joseph. And it's my daughter's grandfather who had made it.
Okay.
Yeah. Tanya, coconut milk, and all the jazz. And you could not make a little kernel, a little boudin, and yeah. That was vibes. That was vibes. What is that? Somebody say we do what? We like to call out work. Yes, call out works and make fried eggs. And bay leaf tea. Yes. Or like a lime leaf tea, you know. Like a lime leaf tea that's go down to.
This morning I almost didn't wake up. I mean, praise God, thank God I woke up. But I mean, that the weather was so nice, Vanessa.
Oh God, let me tell you.
So nice. According to that woman from that show, The White Lotus, I slept like a corpse.
Well, I got that from a friend of mine. I asked him one time, you know, he messaged and said, how you doing and how did you sleep? I said, I slept like a baby. He said, well, apparently you didn't sleep very good.
Exactly.
Because babies wake up and toss and turn all night. So I said, how did you sleep? He said, like dead.
Exactly. I slept like a corpse.
Yeah. But let's say hi to a few folks locked in. Good afternoon and happy birthday to the folks celebrating today. We have my buddy Ailey Joseph. Happy birthday to you, Ailey. All right. My cousin Alex Banis. Happy birthday, sunshine. David John. Happy birthday to you. And my little brother Shane the Gallery. Happy birthday to you. All are celebrating today. And Shane, your sister Shanna sends her love. So plenty love, plenty blessings, plenty everything wonderful to all of you celebrating your birthdays today. I heard there's an anniversary. Somebody tell me. I'm going to send you a message who said anniversary greetings from here. Or Poksu. No, I haven't seen the rest of the message. So the folks celebrating anniversaries, happy anniversaries to all of you. You have folks celebrating today, Shama?
I have to check. Like I told you already, I don't usually remember birthdays that easily. So Facebook is my passport.
I know, right? But while you check it,
I have to go to Facebook to check, but not necessarily though.
Well, while you check in, I want to say hi to Gertrude Benjamin. Shout out to Mary Benjamin. Shout out to the folks at Tropical Shipping. Good afternoon to you. Shout out to the folks at ACS. What a guan. Jason, how you doing? Kendra, good afternoon. My two favorite cashiers, Shabin and Coco, good afternoon to you all. All right. Folks at ACS 7-Eleven on High Street and in Portersville, good afternoon. All right, want to say hi as well to the folks at New India Assurance. Mr. JD, pick up yourself on time. All right, saying a special good afternoon to Coralie Thomas. I hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. You found the birthday, Shannon?
Still no.
And you all must be wondering about my bouquet. Yeah. So thank you, Mrs. Joseph, for this beautiful bouquet. I answered a question right and I won a bouquet.
Yes,
yeah, man. But anyways, what is that? Who's saying? Zetma George is saying good afternoon. Zetma, how's the weather like? How's the outlook on Carlyho side on the west coast? I saw, who else I saw was on this afternoon? Help me out there now. Who else is on here this afternoon with me?
I saw a couple comments.
Yeah, I'm seeing Yvonne. Yvonne, darling, how are you? And Celia Renault is there. Celia, it's been a while. How are you doing? All right. And Marina. Good afternoon, Marina. All right. Absolute pleasure having you guys on. So, guys, what we're going to do is take a little pause, take a little walk, catch a word from our sponsors. And when we come back, we're going to get into our topic. Okay? Are you parenting?
Get super tech for a super mom tech. Technology that's got mom's backs at Radio Shack. A wide array of the devices and gadgets to make her life super this Mother's Day. Get 25% off any purchase of 2 or more items for mom at Radio Shack. Choose from portable audio equipment, earplugs and headphones, smart devices and more. Shop today and pay us later with Ready Finance. It's super tech for super mom at Radio Shack. Offer ends May 31st, 2025.
Contact Kyrie FM for the best in LED digital billboard advertising. Advertise your event, promote your business, launch a product, or make a major announcement on our state-of-the-art LED billboards, guaranteed to reach a wide audience. Call our office on 448-7330 for the best package to suit your needs. Get with the program. Let's help you go digital with our LED digital billboard advertising.
Print City. Modern, creative, exciting. From various heat press options to detail embroidery. With years of experience in photography and design. Get full-on branding deals, t-shirts and banner printings, logos, graphics and designs, along with additional social media services. Located at 42 Independence Street, Roseau Dominica, downstairs, Kyrie FM. Call 617-2916 or printcitydominica@gmail.com.
Looking for that perfect setup for your conference, or seminar, or company function? Or maybe you need a low-budget setup for your party, dinner, or private gathering. How about that professional production for your grand concert, festival, or outdoor event? Kyrie Sounds is here to provide you with everything you need. PA systems, stage, lighting, tents, microphones, LED digital screens, generators, projectors, crowd barriers, and more. We also offer free event consultation to ensure the success of your special event. Call us today on 612-4050 or 448-7330. Kyrie Sounds, your partner in sound, stage, and lighting services. Oh, I have a container on the port. I need to take it to La Plaine. I'm looking for an apartment to rent. Yo, I need a boat for the weekend on the water. Who can I call? Ada Trucking, of course. Here's the number, 449-2817. Ada Trucking Services Limited, located at Hartford Estate, Jimmy, Dominica, provides efficient, quality trucking and excavating services with over 25 years experience. Our services include container haulage and lifting, excavation and demolition, as well as trucking. Looking to rent compactors, rollers, generators, bulldozers or graders? Check us out. We also offer home and apartment rentals, boat rentals, and a 69-seater party bus. Be it work, housing, or party, contact Ada Trucking Services. Visit us today or call 449-2817. Reach us via email adatrucking@hotmail.com or like our Facebook page, Ada Trucking Services. Ada Trucking, the godfather of trucking services in Dominica.
When you want the best, what you do? Shop at SES. Better than the rest. Shop at SES. And they all confess. Shop at SES. You get more for what they say. Shop at SES. Shop at SES. Yes. Shop at SES. Shop at SES. What they say. Shop at SES. SES family, customer friendly. With free locations, it's so convenient. And our prices, they are the nicest. Madame et monsieur, that's where you belong. So tell your mama, tell your papa, shop at SES. Tell your son and your daughter, shop at SES. Auntie, nan, and cousin, friend, open power, all of them. Grandma, grandpa, couple, neighbor, girlfriend, boyfriend, side, what? Shop at SES. Shop at SES. Oh, yes. Shop at SES. Tell them. Shop at SES. Check us out at Pottersville, High Street, and downtown Roseland.
All right, welcome back. If you're just joining, welcome aboard. If you've been with us, thank you for staying with us. If you've been sharing, thank you. All right, you deserve a medal. Well, we're talking parenting, Shama. I know you're not a parent, but I'm sure you've been around kids. You've.
Of course.
Yes. So.
I practically helped raise my younger siblings and nephews and stuff like that as well. So.
Right.
I have an idea.
Right. So we're going to take a little moment and look at how, important that the role we play in shaping the lives and values of, I'll say, our children, even if they're your siblings, Right. We are the caregivers, we are the role models. What we do, our actions and our words has tremendous influence over their development. I mean, you're not going to play Kanawi Kadi Shodi Buddha no me Buddha with the children. You're going to, in a sense, practice what you preach. Granted, sometimes we all fall short. You might preach one thing and then you might. It's not a right. We slip up. We're
human beings.
Yeah, but it's really very important to guide them properly. I mean, when you see parents helping their children to bully other children, when you see parents helping their children to fight other children, I mean, this is crazy.
Every time when you first spoke about the topic today, that's one of the first things that came to mind was the recent incident that happened with the school child, the parent and stuff. And I don't think I've heard any follow-up on that.
I did not either.
As in what exactly took place afterwards. How are the children actually
what doing? The results are.
Because I believe allegedly they threw some
substance
in those young girls' eyes. So are they okay? Are they able to even do CXC now? Or if they're,
were they in that class? Yes.
To do CXC or even exams which are still coming.
Right.
What is the update? So I'm not entirely sure if anyone said, or if there were anyone touched on that topic recently.
Yeah. Well,
follow up.
Well, no, I don't think anybody has. I haven't done much follow up. I tried to ask questions, but I didn't get anything concrete enough. But we'll continue checking. It's always say Sanu Cafe. But somebody wants to know how old you are, and they're giving you some good advice. I think before you make children.
Well, I am 31 years old. I will be 32 in October.
Awesome. Creole Festival time.
Yes, Fed Central.
Fed Central, yes,
Central
yes,
High
yes,
Boy.
yes, yes.
Yes, October 16th.
Right. Yes, but you know, you tend to tell people, well, think before you make children.
Yes. Oh, trust me, I have thought.
But no matter how much you prepare, no matter how much you plan, no matter how much you're not the only person.
Life happens.
You're not the only person on God's earth. Yes, definitely, you're right.
Yeah,
life happens. You know, so it's like you just have to. It's up to you now how you train your child.
Yeah.
I don't want to say train. How you teach your child, because it's a child, not a dog. You train your dogs, but you train your child properly.
Yes. And as you say, whatever we teach them, it stays with them.
It stays with them.
And that's how they go about living their daily lives, or even, you know, their future selves that develop.
And you might think it's just in terms of how they interact with other people.
Right.
But it's not just that. Because look at now, let me jump a little bit on the health side. Because this morning I did a BMI check. And if you can tell me I obese, Cedric, you understand? I was told I'm overweight, I'm obese. You understand? Our health choices, the things we eat, the habits we keep.
Sorry to cut you off. Yvonne and I actually have the same birthday, apparently.
Oh, wow. Okay, birthday twins.
Libra gang, Libra team. I love that.
Yeah, man.
I love that.
But, you know, but the things we eat, I mean, you want to, nowadays you see somebody, before. Okay, let me jump to before. Growing up, your child is slim and your child is 5 years old and your child is slim. Malnutrition's a malnutrition killer.
You don't sweat.
They want to call welfare for you. But if the child, the child busted, nice child. Nice child,
not
healthy child.
No, it actually works. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Because sometimes seeing the child, some people who see the child that size as well also criticize.
Yes.
Because they say, oh, you have the child big.
Yes.
That is Dominic.
I will tell you some words I've heard. Oti Buffalo.
Yes.
You understand?
Some people that say, Oti Dumbo.
Yes.
I like to call them like a dumbo. They look like a dumpling.
Yes.
They'll be cute. I love to see them.
Well, I'll tell you, it's not the kind of dumplings my friend does make, Because he does make some kind of little make dumpling.
I love seeing children when they're nice. It's
nice,
short
plump,
and chubby and
just,
plump.
But not...
Not too to the point where they don't have neck bone. They don't... They zip all and they
it's from chin to shoulder.
Yes,
chin to shoulder. But you know,
like the child like that.
Yeah.
Like Festa Adams. Like that. From the Adams family. Like that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
No, but seriously, I mean, we're saying all that, right? But it's true. Because you will tell your child, okay, your child, there are some schools that will not allow the processed snacks like the corn curls and the thing. There are some schools you cannot bring the juice.
Yes,
you have to give them water. Yeah. And you may, I remember talking to a parent and they were saying, but they said I can't bring juice to my child. And I'm like, what's my child going to drink after she finish eating a sandwich or whatever?
Water.
I said, water. Because at the first time she mentioned it to me, I said, but that's ridiculous. Why the child can't have some juice a little?
Yeah.
When you think of it, they have a fruit that has sugar. They have a sandwich. Mm-hmm. They have so why not? I mean, when they're at your home, they will have their juice. But give them those few hours a day, minus all. Right. And then when parents tell you juice, a lot of the times, it's a Kool-Aid. It's I will say it like how Silma says it, a Capricorn, because I don't call it no simple thing name. It's a Capricorn. Capricorn. It's an
Shout out to Silma, by the
way. It's a outstanding. You can be fantastic or you can be outstanding, but I chose to be fantastic. I'm outstanding, So it's like it's not juice that you give them, and when they do give them the juice, it's You taste the sugar before you taste it. As a matter of fact, you smell the sugar before you taste the juice.
That's true.
So, you know, I think it's right what the schools are doing in terms of curtailing what the children come to school with, you know. And we as parents have to understand that. I am guilty of packing Kool-Aid in my child lunch bag.
Sometimes that they have in the house, unless you don't have a choice.
No, or sometimes you rush here in tiny one, blend cherries, strain cherries, or peel a mango, blend a mango, go and pick the soursop. The fruits are right there, you know. So what I started doing, the fruits are there available in the yard. I'll take a time and I'll make her help me do it, and you know. I'm going to start cutting a coconut early morning and pour it in a lunch bottle and in a juice bag and send it to school with it. So it's like, you have it, make use of it. Some people will understand that you cannot, this is what you can afford, this is what you can do, as opposed to buying the Kool-Aid and immediately just put a little brown sugar in the water. Because I drank it, I don't die yet. A little brown sugar in the water, flavor the water, you understand me? According to my nephew used to tell me, Auntie, dirty the water for me, please.
I like that. Dirty water.
Yeah, dirty the water for me to drink it. Yeah, man. Let me see. Marina is saying her grandchildren only drank orange juice and melon juice.
Oh, yeah, melon juice is very refreshing.
And it's what you feed the children. Yeah. What you feed the children, what you cook, but yes, is what you're cooking healthy for the child? Because we like to dwell on, oh, but I eating good. But what you eating? What is lunch? You have one big portion of meat in your plate. Do you understand? One J dashing on top. I love me some dashing. In addition to the dashing, you have some yam. In addition to that, you still have the fig. The fig is healthy, but you put in the fig in a little portion. And that is where the iron lies. And then you have a macaroni and cheese. You have a baked potato. You have a potato salad. You have vegetables la.
The salad.
What is that? The potato salad? That's the vegetable. No salad, nothing. You know what? When some of them actually have the salad, the amount of clothing they put in on it, not dressing, clothing, right? Because garments. Thank you very much. So you know, it's like, or they figure, as opposed to going to buy let's see, go and buy a fashion. Somewhere, you know, a little fashion, a little pig foot. No, they rather to go and buy the processed, the fried chicken, the pizza, the chicken, all of that. Yeah, and so that child grows up liking to gravitate towards those things.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. Granted, most children, they don't necessarily like vegetables. Right?
I don't know of a child that likes vegetables.
Exactly.
You're an exception to every rule.
I personally, well, one of our texts, I loved it. I liked it, but not every time, is what I mean to say. It's like, you know, so there are children who can eat it or who do like to eat it, but just not every time, constantly.
I'll tell you something, it has a lot to do with habit. It has a lot to do with what they're accustomed to.
Yeah. And maybe if you...
Because my mother would probably do Friday dashing, make chips for us.
Exactly. It's how you prepare it. That's what I'm saying.
Well, when my mother discovered Cheese Whiz was when I really started liking plenty vegetables. Throw some cheese on top of that and it's just, there we go. But what I'm saying is the habit. You know, some kids, that is what they will be given for their snack. I remember there was a child in school with me and he's a little carrot by there and a banana and those kinds of things. That was her snack. And the first time we decided to tell her, well, what you eating there? It's old people. And, you know, share a little thing, give her bread and jam and what, I can't remember what it was I had. I'll tell you the lady's name, Vindora. Yes, she had come back she was living in Vancouver. And she brought all those little snacks, they had little pretzels, they had little chips, they had little thing. I don't want to get out to the person, child, and just had to vomit and basudi on my account.
He's so fast.
Fast is a joke. I was like a clock. I was like a clock without chin, gone wild. You know? So it's what the children are accustomed to. I was used to eating my candy and my thing and my thing and my thing. Granted, the only time we used to get candy and stuff in the house was on a Sunday. After lunch on a Sunday, they open the big tin and they give you one quality street, one butter cookie there, one butter cookie there. That's it. Don't wait for that until next Sunday.
Yeah.
And where you will get the extra things is on a Christmas time, Easter time. You get a little extra and more, you know. But a lot of the time is what we give them, what we get them accustomed to. So.
Because for me, I love like salad dressings and stuff like that, vinaigrettes, those kind of things. So my mother always used to make sure she somewhat made the salad interesting. You know?
Yeah.
So that way I must eat it, or we must eat it.
Right.
You know? So, for example, there's so much nice salad dressings that you can use for children, like strawberry salad dressings.
Okay.
You know, all those kind of things. Oh, buy Fresh Market and them selling all those kind of things.
Yeah.
So, or if you can't find it here, at least, you know, if you maybe know someone overseas that may be able to find it.
Or you can try your thing yourself.
Yeah, that you can
mango season, make a little chutney, and put on that a little, you know.
That would be so nice.
Yeah, I mean, we're finding everything online.
Exactly.
You understand? So, why can't we find how to? Yeah.
So imagine my friend. I didn't really used to eat red beans before.
Okay.
That was something that I didn't like. Even when my mother made it, I didn't used to eat it. A friend of mine that actually. We were just maybe just finished high school. She does cook very well.
Okay.
She's in the US now. Shout out to Aisha, by the way. She cooked red beans, and that was the way she prepared it. That was just so nice. I don't know what Aisha put in the red beans up to like today. That is what started making me eat red beans.
Wow.
Before I don't see red beans on my plate. You know, I just don't want to see red beans on my plate. And she just did that, and it just, you know, so sometimes it's how we prepare it for them.
Right.
It makes them more interested in, you know, consuming it.
Well, I mentioned when my mother's got to know cheese whiz, I started to like vegetables, but I forgot to say that I used to work in cheese whiz. You know, you have the peanut butter, you have the jam, you have the cheese whiz, you spread that in your bread. You know, like a cube cheese there. But I figured, and you know what I saw? It was a commercial I saw on TV, and the kid was given some broccoli, a plate of broccoli. I mean, how you fry a whole plate of broccoli in front of the child?
Just dry like that, brap.
Just steam it and give it to the child and say, look.
Really?
So then in comes the other person with the cheese whiz and spreads it all over it. And, oh, yay, cheese whiz! So I see that, so I say, why they don't give it to me to put on the...
On your thing too.
So they put it on everything.
Exactly.
But you know, I mean, a lot of what we do into how we eat affects how our kids eat.
Yeah.
So when you want to find the kid, I call it the kids. Oh, every time you want to go back down there, you want to go back over there. I don't call it name, I don't have money. You understand? You want to go to those fast food places to eat. Why you cannot? But what your customer giving them?
Yeah.
It probably not the fried chicken or the baked dough or whatever the case may be. But you always packing a Hunkels in their bag.
Yeah.
You always put in a lollipop. Next thing you want to know why your teeth rotten.
I saw it to see children teeth when they're so small and their teeth black with cavity and I mean yes it's going to fall out but the child can't even smile properly.
Thank you.
Like
a lot of the time too is something they call baby bottle syndrome.
Oh.
So sometimes it's not even sugar. I had that personal experience with a child. It wasn't even sugar. It was depending on the time of night. After you give them the bottle, then they have to drink some water and rinse out their mouth because the milk or the formula it already has its own sweetness to it, so it stays on the teeth and
like,
then
because the formula itself it's very thick, so I understand.
Right.
But with for example foods like my parents would prepare like for example rice. There's children that just wouldn't eat rice for you. Period.
I know some,
But my mother, that's why when I was saying earlier, it's not necessarily what you give them, but sometimes they themselves, the child, they may not like it
Right.
in general.
Right.
Because some of us would eat the rice and some didn't want to eat it.
My kids, okay, I love tomatoes.
You know?
And when I was pregnant with my first daughter, I had a tomato craving from out of this world. I would put anything in tomatoes and eat it. A jam, peanut butter, whatever I get.
My thing is potato.
I just wanted tomato. You understand? They never like tomatoes. I say, you have to eat your vegetables, you have to eat tomato, you have to. But every time they eat it, they got heartburn.
You see? Because they cannot process it.
I just left that alone. Because it's not a matter, sometimes it's not a matter of, yeah, for real, like you said, you know, some people just, like we didn't know about gluten before, right? But some people used to get sick and you would
Yeah, and
wonder
we
what
didn't
happened
know
to
why.
them.
We didn't know
Yeah.
why.
So, okay. But it's again, practicing healthy habits,
Yeah.
you know, and understanding what it is.
Yeah.
That goes well with your kid. But we're going for a recess, and when we come back, we'll talk about the actual behaviors and the sooty ways. We'll be back after these messages. Give it locked.
Get so much more with Quartz Ready Finance. Whether it's a furniture upgrade or appliance replacement, it's all easy when you shop using Quartz Ready Finance. Get more flexibility by choosing your payment terms, more affordability with low monthly payments, and more access with fast and easy application. Plus, there's no down payment, and you make your first payment in 30 days. Get great deals and gifts with select purchase. Get so much more with Quartz Ready Finance. Only at Quartz, bringing value home. Special conditions
Looking for
apply.
that perfect setup for your conference, a seminar, or company function? Or maybe you need a low-budget setup for your party, dinner, or private gathering. How about that professional production for your grand concert, festival, or outdoor event? Kyrie Sounds is here to provide you with everything you need. PA systems, stage, lighting, tents, microphones, LED digital screens, generators, projectors, crowd barriers, and more. We also offer free event consultation to ensure the success of your special event. Call us today on 612-4050 or 448-7330. Kyrie Sounds, your partner in sound, stage, and lighting services. Contact Kyrie FM for the best in LED digital billboard advertising. Advertise your event, promote your business, launch a product, or make a major announcement on our state-of-the-art LED billboards, guaranteed to reach a wide audience. Call our office on 448-7330 for the best package to suit your needs. Get with the program. Let's help you go digital with our LED digital billboard advertising.
All you where in Roseau, Kimashadis, you can just walk in and order all your chicken parts, wholesale, and even enjoy retail. It's at AC Shillingford. All chicken parts available that you can afford. Fresh breast, and you know breast is best. Shillingford wings have muscle. After you eat it, you can fly. As for Shillingford chicken drumsticks, even Swinging Stars does order drumsticks from Shillingford. And for those of you who love Pull, AC Shillingford keeps your belly full. Buy your chicken wholesale at AC Shillingford. From wings to thighs to drums to breasts to backs to necks, it's available. It's always available and it's affordable. Plus you've got pork feet, ham and turkey, bull foot, chicken nuggets, pepperoni, all those right seasonings to make your kitchen keep on ticking. Buy your wholesale chicken at AC Shillingford. When you think of chicken, think of AC Shillingford. Always fresh.
Oh, I have a container on the port. I need to take it to La Plaine. I'm looking for an apartment to rent. Yo, I need a boat for the weekend on the water. Who can I call? Ada Trucking, of course. Here's the number, 449-2817. Ada Trucking Services Limited, located at Hartford Estate, Jimmy, Dominica, provides efficient, quality trucking and excavating services with over 25 years experience. Our services include container haulage and lifting, excavation and demolition, as well as trucking. Looking to rent compactors, rollers, generators, bulldozers, or graders? Check us out. We also offer home and apartment rentals, boat rentals, and our 69-seater party bus. Be it work, housing, or party, contact Ada Trucking Services. Visit us today or call 449-2817. Reach us via email, adatrucking@hotmail.com, or like our Facebook page, Ada Trucking Services. Ada Trucking, the godfather of trucking services in Dominica. welcome back, welcome back. And if you're just joining, we're talking, are you really parenting? You know? And talking about parenting, we spoke about feeding them, but initially we spoke about a particular situation that had happened where, according to my mother would say, ni mama ni zafan take ni mama ni zafan take a kobos kagume alawi wozo. Right. So that's where we have to look at boundaries. You know, yes, your child. A lot of people tend to say, "Oh, my child is my best friend." There's nothing wrong in that. Yeah. But is your child the best friend in the sense where you and your child sitting down on the counter in the bar, drinking the same shots together, or you and your child sit down in a club together saying, "Hey, this guy looks good." You know, where are the boundaries? Are there any boundaries to your child is my best friend or your child is my child is my friend? You know, and that is where we find a lot of issues, of issues popping up.
Because there's no reason why your child shouldn't be your friend.
Exactly.
Because I mean, it is your child,
right?
But they shouldn't be that much of a close friend, or you treating them like as if they, you know, is already an adult.
So as is as a member
exactly, like all you go school together, all you, like you say, all you in bar drinking rum, and all you know, talking about people together. No,
right.
I mean, and you can have conversations with your child, like my mother would do with us.
Yes.
You know, we laughing and talking, giving, you know, passing on to the good joke. Yeah.
But
my mother wouldn't be in, let's say like a bar or whatever. Pull up with, like, literally pull up.
Yeah, I get you.
You know,
right.
them kind of vibes there. You have to know where to.
You have to know where to draw the line.
Yeah, draw the line. Because now you basically allowing the child to grow up even way before their time.
Exactly.
And now when there's an issue, what's going to happen? The child going to say, "Oh, you had put me how I be."
Thank you. But anyways, this song say it's not me that put you how you be. Yeah, that is true, because you have to draw a line.
Yeah.
If it's an adult, if your child is if that child, your offspring is an adult,
like in the
that is a whole different ball game altogether. 25 and up, you would still have your boundaries.
You still, but
a little less.
Yeah, but not
things that you can discuss with a 25-year-old. Let's start it there.
Yeah.
You wouldn't go discuss it with a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Or a 13-year-old, or that kind of thing. You get
Yeah, because I seen mothers with their daughters in events, in fetes, in jam and them kind of things there. I'm like, how you walking around with, like, you and your daughter, bonjour, like you say, they're not sitting down on
school bench
together.
Yes.
You're like, how you doing that?
I cannot understand. If only saying my children can never be my best friend.
Yeah.
Sorry, because your best friend is one you can open up
your
to.
Comawad.
Right.
You know,
about any and everything. Even the guy you slept with last night.
Yeah.
Are you going to sit down and discuss that with your
child? That's what that's what that actually goes through my mind sometimes, because I'm like, are you even maybe you even discussing those kind of things with the child?
That is where boundaries. Now, when we say set boundaries, we don't mean neglect and emotion and being emotionally unavailable.
Yeah.
You want to be there for your child.
Yeah, like I said, your child can still be your friend, but not your best friend,
yes.
Sharing those
like
of
Nuse Kobos.
Yes.
We in the same
like
story.
We grew up together. We're sisters, basically.
Yes.
Or we
and there should even be boundaries between sisters depending on the age difference.
Yeah.
The age gap. Because you be in let's jump back to the number 25. You be in a 25-year-old big sister, and your little sister is 10 years old.
Yeah.
Are you going to be having certain conversations with that little sister unless it directly affects her?
Exactly.
If you're teaching her, that is one thing.
Yeah.
But if you're just freeing up and poking your beef, you have to be cautious. You have to be careful.
We have a comment from Marina.
She's saying,
it says, Miss Bruno, or you and your child in a bar smoking and drinking and the dress in the same in there, but in Batty Rider.
In a Batty Rider, we want to.
Not good at all.
Agreed.
And Yvonne said, me and my child can never be best friends. Yeah.
I remember carnival time this year. Shama was supposed to have given me a little more modest.
What's this modest?
Anyways, so I showed my girls my thing. They said, let me tell you something. We're not coming in the same band with you. We're not coming anywhere close to you. You're on your own.
But it wasn't even nothing, you know.
They told me I was on my own. I said, good. Stay with your friends. I can stay with mine. You get what I'm saying? So that's the same thing. You know, some might say, carnival is different. Everybody's free now.
Yeah, but still.
You can wear what you wear, and I'll wear what I wear, but we'll be in different quarters.
Yeah.
Not even in the same man. We'll be in different areas.
Yeah.
Afterwards, I will see you. You know.
That's why I never agreed for children being in the same band or like costume band as parents.
Yeah.
Especially the little ones.
The small one.
Like, you know, like the children should be in children's parade.
Right.
Which is Monday, right?
Exactly.
Right.
They have their carnival.
They have their carnival. I mean, yes, granted, you may not, and not every time you may get somebody to actually watch your child for you on Carnival Tuesday.
And if you don't have that, stay at home. You don't have.
A child shouldn't be. Yes, they're a little bit separated from the adults.
Right.
You know,
right.
where all the rum and all the fongs and everything passing and whatever. But still, they're still right there. They've seen everything.
Exactly.
Anybody can literally just pass outside of the rope next to them. They've seen all that.
Yeah.
So why do you want to have like a little 6, 7, maybe 10-year-old in a band, a costume band with you? And
exactly.
How much woman walking on the road half naked?
And it's not only that.
It's
not walking on the road. I'll say we is the way we just bend over. You understand?
Exactly, that's what I mean. So that, you know, sometimes people dancing on the side of the road, and you cannot control where people.
You take your kid to watch the opening parade and all of that. You take your kid to the kiddies carnival.
Yeah.
Because the way we want to complain about what our children are exposed to, a lot of us are exposing our children to that.
Yeah.
You talking about the music on the road at carnival. What your child doing on the road after 9 o'clock in the night? And you want to talk about the song that was playing on the way. You understand? And a lot of the times, yes, your child can hear the music.
Of course.
Your child can dance to the music. What did you teach your child? To emulate the music or understand what it is and know what is wrong and what is right? I mean, I guess we all have our different parenting skills. You know what I mean? But we just want to sharing the basics with you in terms of you know how it's like you have the foundation, you have the fundamentals, and then you take it and build on it and do what you want with it. What may have worked for me would not necessarily work for somebody else.
Yeah.
But the key to it is communication.
Yeah.
It's communication, is being emotionally available, is giving the children that the love they deserve, you know, it's listening to them. Because in communication, you might think communication is just about yap, run your Motorola. And what I say goes. But it's also listening to what they have to say. Because sometimes you might be telling them one thing. According to my mother would say, Ukadi said Pierre, may you let and say Paul. So yeah, it's a two-way thing. Okay, somebody's saying Paula is always late for the program. What's the matter? Paula have a new job and she's studying other things.
Paula Marina giving you a myth.
No, Marina, all she doing these days is come share the life and drugs again, you know. Now and then call for a little shade and then go again. Yeah. But at least she come in and she sharing the life. So thank you. Thank you, Paula. How's the new job, darling? And how is mommy doing? You know, yeah, Shama. So it's like, we have to touch on one thing now before we go, and that's something we had spoken about during the break. When you're talking about how you build up your kids and how you teach your kids and that is what breeds a lot of bullies. It's the excessive negative criticism. Also, till out of sort, you'll never make nothing. You're damn ass. You know? Every 2 words you tell them. Yeah. You want to tell them how stupid they are, how unaccomplished they will be, how unimportant they are, or nobody will like you, or I should have swallowed it instead of letting it go where it go. So,
My I should ask for you in stomach.
Yes. Like how?
Boy. Like what do you really think the child is going to take from that?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
And that is traumatic for some children.
Of course.
You know, and
that child will always hate to see you.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, or you're beating the child for no reason. According to, like that fella, like that man from somewhere used to do, give you vole siatuka. Just in case you mess up, you get in a vole. You haven't done it yet.
What?
But he will just call you and tell you, Vinny.
But that is something else. No, that is
of vole siatuka. You understand? You
hitting the child once, and the child doesn't do nothing.
You try.
The child more confused
than
nothing, and the child is getting blows. So what if the child eating blows then?
Here's another thing, Shaba. Some parents, I will use my grandmother's term, you're so top of a person. Alright? Only time they went to school was Christmas morning. You understand? So they don't know A plus B equals 3. They don't know 1 plus 1 equals C. You understand? But yes, ma'am, Marina, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Right, but but the child is doing their homework. Maybe they understand 1 plus 1 is 2, you know. But the child is doing their homework. They're supposed to be helping the child and learning with the child. Ask you a question, the child answers wrongly, and they start going for us. I'm very strap. You stupid. Oh, they try to. It doesn't work. It doesn't. That's not the way. That's not. I used to give beatings to me until I realized, but you know, I'm doing nothing. And then I said, no, I thought of it myself. I said, but if only volley I get, and I still a long sala bit. I mean, I did something with my life.
I mean, I understand you want to pass your frustration out on something.
Not on your children.
Blows doesn't fix children.
Go and beat,
never fixing children.
Go and beat the man that pregnant you. Go and beat the father instead. Especially if the father is a deadbeat and not taking care. Go and fight with the father instead. Do that. You understand? Go and send stones by the bay.
Yes.
You never know. You might burst a wave head. You understand what I mean? But don't take it out on the child. Yeah. And then you see children turning around and lashing out in school, and you know, and why? Maybe they might turn out, they might lash out, and you always, a lot of the bullies are the, I don't even want to use the word now, but those that are not, you know, too there academically. You understand? And they see you doing well, they see the other kid doing well, you're nerd, and they want to call them stupid now. You know, they want to call you a nerd, they want to call you stupid, they want to call you bookworm, they want to all sorts of stupid names.
Like as
you understand?
Like as if doing well.
Doing well is not good.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's like
really?
yeah. I mean, we talk about our children, our future. So yes, indeed, the children are our future, but you are the current, you are the present. You understand? You were a child.
Yeah, you were once a child as well.
How were you groomed to reach where you are at this point? Did it work? Well, how productive are you right now? And by repeating the same mistakes that were made when you were growing up, are you going to help those that you're supposedly training right now?
Yeah.
So it's like...
Because parenting, like you say, parenting comes from, I guess, how you were parented.
Yeah, that is true.
So how your parents taught you or dealt with you
right.
when you misbehave or whatever, that's how you're going to think that it would be okay to...
Yeah, that the blows is always right, that the name calling is always right, that the not listening to the child, oh, I don't want to hear you, I don't want to hear you.
Although there are some parents who are more clear-minded or aware, I should say. Let's just say aware.
Right.
And they would be like, I will never do my child what my parents or what my mother, what my father used to do me.
Right.
Like, you know, just for being wrong or whatever. I will find, you know, they would literally
find ways
to correct or discipline their children.
Exactly.
So I appreciate people like that. You know, so they don't carry that type of violence.
Exactly, violence for real.
on those children.
Yeah.
Because you have a child in blows. The child go in school, the child still in blows again.
Yes.
Because, you know,
Teachers.
Well,
at least now teachers
children.
you don't have corporal punishment in schools anymore, do we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The child will never feel safe.
Exactly.
And then, you know, God forbid, the child might do something to just,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So it's how you actually deal with your children that it's going to affect them when they themselves decide to have children now.
Right.
But like I said, if they decide that, you know, they would never, you know, they would think more forward or be more proactive with their children, they would be like, because I've heard friends tell their parents and stuff like that, me, I will never be like you when I grow up.
Yeah.
Like when I make my children, I don't want to be like you. As a matter of fact, I don't want to be my children. Like, you know, because of how their parents dealt with them as children.
Right.
They were like, if they even leave their children with them as grandparents, they'd probably do the same thing they did to them. You know?
So true.
So, yeah.
So true. But, okay, so little recap. Yes, your child can be your friend, but you have to learn the boundaries.
Yeah.
You don't need to negatively criticize your child for you to impart knowledge, you know. What else? Don't need whilst your child, you have to have boundaries with being friends with your child. You don't have to distance yourself, you know, be emotionally unavailable and neglect your children. Because yes, they need the love, they need the nurturing, they need the communication, they need to know that there's someone there that they can talk to if they have something on their mind. You understand? Let them feel like communication is there. Communication is always open. And the food. Go easy, father. You know, sometimes the schools implement stuff and it's for the good. Yeah. Oh, we are getting fruits to give the child.
Yeah.
I've heard those comments. Yeah. We're getting fruits to give child. Oh, you know how much money for an apple by so and so? I have him. But you have the VVIP pass to go to the next event. You understand? You can afford to buy the drum. The drum of chicken or whatever the case may be. Yeah. You can afford to buy 12 boxes with all the toppings. Yes. You know, but you cannot buy a banana.
Or a grape. And then what? it does make me laugh.
I don't even say a grape, I don't even say an apple or a peach or whatever. The little things we have here. You got it passion fruit. Yeah. A little grapefruit. I can never.
Or, sorry.
Yeah.
Do things like okay, half of my family basically is from Trinidad.
Yeah.
So there is something that Trinidadians do with fruits. And they basically, I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Tell me.
But it's basically using fruits and seasoning them.
Ah, yes.
Right?
Yes.
So you can, that is also a thing you can probably look into as well.
Yeah.
Get mango.
Yeah,
get,
mango salad.
Yeah, you know, those kind of things.
A little salt on the sour grapefruit.
Yeah, and that does be so nice.
Yeah, of course.
That does be so nice.
Of course.
So all those things can help. You don't have to go and look for grapes,
no.
to go and give the child,
exactly.
Especially or apple. There are things that we can use that are, you know, local.
We have fat pork, we have tamawedis, and we have all those things. So, you know, again, examine your parenting type and see, you know, where you're going wrong and fix it for the sake of your child. And if you're doing good, teach somebody else. Yeah. Anyways, we got to go. Tomorrow is vent day, so make sure to come with your vent ready. Alright, yes, Marina, my timekeeper, she tell me it's 3 o'clock now, in 5 seconds. So we're gone. Toodles, bye-bye.
The spiciest talk show on radio, Hot Topics, is here to fire up your airwaves. Join us on Kyrie FM, Kyrie TV, and on Facebook Live, Monday to Wednesday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. with the bold and opinionated Vanessa as we turn up the heat. We'll ask the hard-hitting questions plaguing us every day. We'll talk about issues affecting our daily lives. You want to vent? Call. Get it off your chest. And guess what? A guest host will pop in randomly every week. You too could be a guest host. Yes, follow Kyrie FM's Facebook and get an opportunity to bring the heat to co-host Hot Topics. Don't wait. Tune in and tell it like it is, only on the genuine sound, Kyrie FM.
As man, you don't know the voice of Superlang represent for Hot Topics live on Kyrie FM from 2 to 3, Monday to Wednesday. So make sure you stay locked in, you know. As man.
Sycamore.
Magasin Nef asi wool. Iwive eve power pour mener service bao. Nous te promettons innovation eve nous ka deliver à présent. Boutique Flow asi wool. Power pour mener bao bon qualité service eve produit ou sa taper un plus gros magasin Flow. Si vous voulez gagner un portable neuf, registrer pour un service neuf, faire en plainte, ou bien payer un bill, ou bien simplement marquer en chection, ou ça fait tout ça côté magasin Flow asi wool. Comme ça, les oué magasin Flow asi wool en communauté ou bien en la ouïa, pas peur. Vini pour quitter travailler Flow ba au bon service professionnel. Magasin Flow asi wool, n'importe place, n'importe l'air. Ka vini en pala pour tout. Flow ka vini tout de suite, à dans en l'occasion tout puis.
The new Flow Store on Wheels is here and ready to serve you.